unless you do.
We try so hard in our lives to fit in. We try to fit into certain groups, certain frats, certain sororities, among certain friends. Yet the people we idolize most are the ones that stand out. But when you're prepared, there is no fear. There is no fear of failure. Because even if you've walked out of something and you feel like you failed at it, your preparation is so strong that you're gonna take that failure and turn it into the outcome you desire. And most people stop at failure, okay? We've all failed at things. I'm gonna continue to fail at stuff, right? It's the most powerful tool you can use, but it all depends on how you use it.
What would your future be like if you decided to want that which you desire so strongly that it prepares you past your fears, that you experience the fear, as the one book says, feel the fear and do it anyway.
Life is 10% what happens to you, it's 90% what you do about it. No matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, you can take the lid off of your job. And if you're wondering if you still have the lid on in your life, here are some clues that's gonna let you know that the lid is still on. If you're not excited about waking up in the morning, if you're sitting around bored out of your mind, if you got time to do everything anybody asks you to do, you probably got the lid on. If when you tell your dreams to all your friends, it makes sense to them, you got your lid on, man. Your dreams should not make sense to everybody. You gotta say something that make people go, how you gonna do that? That's when you got the lid off. And if I were you, I'd do that. I'd take the lid off. Makes sense to me, don't it?
They're always gonna get ready to get set to get going. What we've gotta do is, boom, just like that, move into action.
Every time you remember your dream, you're removing some dirt. You're digging it back out. The true mark of a champion is even though some dirt gets thrown on your dream, instead of letting it get buried, you keep shaking it off. You keep moving forward. You keep looking for a new opportunity. You wouldn't be having that opposition if you didn't have something great in you. If your dream wasn't alive and on track, right on schedule to come to pass, you wouldn't have so many things coming against you. That dream is still alive. You may have tried a year ago, 5 years ago, or 40 years ago. Didn't work out. Nobody was there to help you. Go back and try again. This is your time. This is your moment. Your destiny is calling out to you. Can I tell you, your dream is not dead. It's just not in season. Your time is coming. Promotion is coming. Good breaks are coming. Promises you've been standing on. Dreams you've been praying about. Lack is not your destiny. Constantly struggling, barely getting by is not the end of your story. These light afflictions are for a moment. The adversity is temporary. The glory is eternal. Lord, I believe this is my year to get healthy and whole. This is my year to meet the people of my dreams. This is my year to go further in my career, to step into a new level of my destiny. This is my year to accomplish dreams, to break free from this depression. This is my year to meet the right people. This is my year to get healthy and whole. This is your year to see double. This is your year for vindication, for restoration, for new beginnings. Now get your mind going in the right direction.
Here's the secret. The people that do the most with their lives, the people that seem the most self-assured, the ones that seem to embody confidence, the ones that seem to define confidence, they're the ones that had to face down the most fear. They simply didn't linger in it.
Don't hate your competitors. Respect your competitors. Learn from him.
I had a very important person in my life come to me and say, who's your hero? And I said, I don't know, I gotta think about that. Give me a couple of weeks. I said, I thought about it. You know who it is? I said, it's me in 10 years. So I turned 25 10 years later. That same person comes to me and goes, so are you a hero? And I was like, not even close. said, why? I said, because my hero is me at 35. So you see, every day, every week, every month, and every year of my life, my hero is always 10 years away. I'm never going to be my hero. I'm not going to attain that. I know I'm not. And that's just fine with me because that keeps me with somebody to keep on chasing.
That's the thing. Success and failure are generally slow processes. Either slowly building things up or gradually tearing them down. And that's why I say you've got to pay attention. You have to watch. You have to watch every single second.
Choose love, and don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
I believe in manifestation. I believe in putting a rocket of desire out into the universe, and you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it, and that's the key.
So we want to get really sensitized, acutely sensitized, sensory acuity, to whether what we're doing is working or not. And by the way, sensory acuity is really the measure of a person's intelligence. What I mean by that is, how do we measure intelligence? Intelligence is a measure of the number and quality of distinctions you have in a given situation.
You can handle this, you just haven't figured it out yet. It's all right, this is your training period. This is the tuition you have to pay for what you don't know. You can do this, other people have done it. It doesn't take an Einstein. Get you some people that can teach you some stuff that you don't know. Get you some people that have done it successfully and learn from them. Take some seminars, workshops, read some books on how to manage a business. Change the way you see yourself and begin to tend to the personal details. Understand that nobody's going to take care of your business better than you.
You will notice the most successful people in any field, they are usually the ones who have failed more than anybody else. You see the difference between a successful person and everyone else? It's not a lack of strength, it's not a lack of knowledge, it's a lack of will.
It's up to you in a world where we're taught to look outside for answers, for a job that will make us happy, for money that will make us happy. The answer is within. We already have it. We already have the answer, but will we unleash it? Will we give it? Will we own it? Will we truly reinvent ourselves to become the people that we're capable of becoming?
The bow too tightly strung is easily broken, says one of the proverbs. Balance is a gorgeous thing. So be monomaniacal in your execution around your high-value targets, your HVTs, your mission plan, but also build in some rewards. And that's going to send a gorgeous message to your conscious and your subconscious mind that, hey, this daily practice of execution around my deliverables is a beautiful thing. And you create this thing called momentum. And the monk who sold his Ferrari, I went back and I saw this recently. I think there's a whole chapter on momentum. And you become like this. I love skiing. You start off small, but as you go down the slope, you pick up momentum. A lot of people say, Robin, where do I start? I want to start a new business. I want to become a better artist. I want to find the love of my life. I want to be a world-class creative. I want to multiply my financial life. Where do I start? You just start. You just start. There's great power in the start. And when you start, life starts supporting you.
Well, God wants us all to be courageous because He knows we'll face times in life and situations and circumstances that it takes more than just a desire, it takes courage. Many people operate on the basis of fear, on the basis of what other people think. We as believers should operate on the basis of courage. Courage to say no when we ought to say no. Courage to say yes when we should say yes. So what kind of courage do you have? Is yours sort of floating between depending on the situation? Or do you know the difference between right and wrong for your life?
I've been very fortunate over the last 3 decades to be involved in hundreds of millions of dollars of financings. Everything from raising capital for Home Shopping Network to smart cards to Ashworth Golf. And through that process, we happen to be an industry where there's a lot of failures because not every business succeeds. Matter of fact, most businesses fail. So when you're an investor and you're losing money on most businesses, you tend to learn a lot about marketing, management, teams, strategy, structure, etc., etc., etc. Be committed to your dream. Be committed to your business. Be committed to your vision. And then take action. You have to take action. I've had these successes. I've had these failures. And I can tell you what, there is no success without action. I am always learning, always reading, always watching a video, always listening to audiobooks. I'm always putting something to work to learn more. I think that's one of my biggest things that I would just like to leave as a legacy is I want people to just really be committed to learning and sharpening their skill set in every facet of their life.
All right. How's everybody doing today? Thanks for joining me. Let me know that you can hear me okay. And I see Barry's there. Welcome to day 2. I see Kevin is there. Thanks, guys. So how you like the little rocket ship that I just did that? Let's do that one more time. The video's working today. Now, remember yesterday we talked about opening up our mindset? I'm not a video editor, but I created that little video. I said, I want a rocket ship taken off the pad, Elon Musk style with my logo on the side, my logo up on top, and I want big white billowing things, and I want my logo to be revealed at the end. Incredible. All right. So everyone's here. I see David's coming in. I see Kim's here. Let me know that you guys can hear me. Maybe say what city you're calling in from. Everything's going good, and we're gonna dive into things here any minute now. And the other thing too is while I've got you, I'm gonna put a poll in. Please click that link and take that poll. And let me pin this to the top. There you go. So everybody, please take that poll. I did email it out, which, by the way, that's another digital marketing strategy, is we have a new tool that my son created, Joshua, called Survey Samson, and we can embed polls right in emails. And the reason we do that is, one, we want to get some information. We want to poll our customers, but more importantly, we want to get people clicking on our emails and let Google and Yahoo and all those email service providers know that our audience is engaged and they're clicking on our emails. Opens is good. Opens with clicks is the best. All right. So David's coming in from Fullerton, California. Moj is coming in from San Fran. Good deal. Rancho Mirage. Well, we had a lot of people near in our wonderful state of California. So take that poll, and I'm going to pull that poll up and see what it's saying. Yep. Okay. This is what I wanted to see. I'm glad, because look, I wanted to let everyone know that I am doing this training for existing customers. Like, I really don't have anything to sell. I'm not like doing this challenge and then gonna make a big offer at the end, although maybe I will, because I should. That's what we're supposed to do, right? But more importantly, I want everyone to get using the technology, and I want them to be successful with it. And I see there's Scott coming in from Dixon, California, and there's Melanie from Philadelphia. Thanks, Melanie. So make sure you take that poll real quick, and let's see what the results are. And let me get some of that stuff going. Okay. So real quick, 2 or 3 minutes, aha moments from yesterday. You were on yesterday, you sat through this. Type in what an aha moment, what your best takeaway what really struck you, what was meaningful to you, what was a great takeaway from yesterday. Was it the mindset? Was it the idea that you could think outside the box and you can be a creative designer, you can be a webmaster, you can be a copywriter, you can be an email marketer, and today you're going to be a webmaster, right? And Kevin's like, he loved that prompt cowboy. He got it backwards, but prompt cowboy, but good deal. Cowboy prompt. It probably would have come up if you did that. Thomas said we can create multiple agents at one time. Absolutely. So
I want you guys to think about these aha moments. And again, there's some beginners on the call, there's some experts on the call, and your goal is to get rid of the distractions and take away something that can move the needle. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a ready, fire, aim type of guy. I do not like to procrastinate, and I make a lot of mistakes in life, but I get stuff done, right? And I know Barry's like the ICP and the Quad Chrome extension. That Quad Chrome extension is the bomb. I used it all day today. Absolutely incredible. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. So, all right. As I always do, we're going to start with today's Mindset Minute, because if we don't get it together up here, we can't get it together anywhere. It all starts up here. It all starts with our mindset. So today's mindset is I want you guys to honor small beginnings. You do not need a giant leap. You need a small step. You need little chunks, right? Repeated, small things. And I had this saying, I used to say it like every week of my life. I haven't said it for a while. Small things done consistently over long periods of time guarantee success. I can't tell you how important this concept is for me, for every entrepreneur, for every small business owner. Be consistent. Small things done consistently over long periods of time is the key to getting everything you want out of life, everything you want in your business. And this idea that we live in this world of ADD and chase the shiny object, and I'm guilty of it more than you are, I promise. So I'm speaking to myself when I say small things done consistently over long periods of time guarantee success. And there's an old friend of mine, I haven't seen him in years. He wrote a book called The Compound Effect. The Compound Effect. You know, and you can think about weight loss. I can't go to the gym once and lose any weight. I can't go to the gym for a week and gain any muscle and lose any weight. But if I go for a year, change my life, right? So that is something that you guys got to keep in mind, that be grateful and be proud of making small steps. And one of the things I did not do yesterday that I kind of wanted to do today was I forgot to tell you what the challenge was. The challenge is create your ICP, create your business context document, create these documents that you need that are going to take you hours to create, but are going to save you tens, 30, 40, 50 hours a month at minimum, and you're going to get better quality everything. So there is a challenge to this. Now, today's challenge is, after I walk you through and I show you how I'm building websites, and again, I am not a webmaster. I am not great at what I'm going to show you today. And I'm showing you live at the risk of technology glitching or the internet going down, who knows what, right? I didn't record it. I'm going to do it live. I'm going to stumble through some things, but I'm going to show you how somebody who's not a webmaster can build websites. And because we're doing the AI Summer Challenge and all the AI features are free right now in Launch CRM, all of the AI features are free. They do not cost you a dime. Now that's going to change. And when the switch gets turned on, it's going to be like any other AI's tool. When you use AI, there's going to be token usage and you're going to pay for tokens. And I'm going to show you how you can go burn through websites crazy and burn up hundreds of dollars worth of tokens and not have to pay for it and get really good at it while it's offered for free. Okay. So, oh, look at Kim says, Darren Hardy, I'm part of one of his programs, The Compound Effect. Yeah, Darren Hardy's awesome. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I got the Mindset Minute. Now, the scripture that goes with today's Mindset Minute is Proverbs 24:3 to 24:4. By wisdom, a house is built. By understanding it, it is established. By knowledge, the rooms are filled with precious and pleasant riches. Okay. I love that. I just like Proverbs has got all the best scriptures there is. It's like if all you did was read Proverbs every day of your life, you'd be better off, right? By wisdom, a house is built. So thank you for giving me your time. Thank you for trying to expand your wisdom and your knowledge and establishing this knowledge so you can basically do things and serve more people. And again, if this is good for me, I like doing it. It's good for you. It's good for you. It's good for the world, right? So that's today's scripture to go with the Mindset Minute. Now, as a reminder, let me share my screen. Share screen. Entire screen. Boom, boom. Did everybody get the email? with the link to the freebies. I texted you, I emailed you, and you got a link to the AI Summer Challenge freebies, and it looks like this. Now, again, if you are not a customer of Launch CRM, the next 4 days or 5 days, however many days are left in this challenge, we will be using and showing off all the AI tools and everything in Launch CRM. So go get your 14-day free trial to Launch CRM at launchcrm.us. It's on the freebies sheet. And then you're going to get your free AI tools. And then we had yesterday's poll there. Leave your video review. If you, I asked as a favor, please go and give us a review. You can click here, or you can click here and give a video review or just a regular review. Please take a few minutes to do that. Oh, look at Sydney's telling me they all went into spam. Sydney, you got to take me out of spam and put me in the primary folder. Oh. How many other people went to spam? Anybody else? Because see, Kevin Thomas said he got it and Melanie got it. Here's a funny joke. Maybe it's if you're sending a lot of, well, I'm not going to say it. Okay. So then when you get your little freebie sheet and you click on the drive, it's going to take you to a folder here. And here is where there's some PDFs of some other freebies that I might have talked about, I might not have talked about. But for instance, this Goldilocks customer, here's the whole document on how to create your ideal customer profile. You need this tool, you need this stuff, right? And this kind of leads in to what we want to do and what we're gonna be doing today. Is you got these free tools. So I'm trying to really, and then I'm adding right here what the content includes. So by the time the 6 days are over, it's going to be more and more and more. Now, I did have a couple comments on, hey, this link right here took me to a page to sign up, but I don't know what it even is. So you have to go to hyperagent.com and look at what it is. And then I added this YouTube channel right here where it shows videos of what you can do with HyperAgent. It's just you can use it if you want to, no big deal. Then there's the Prompt Cowboy. And then somebody, I think it was Thomas or somebody said yesterday, hey, do you have a referral link for WhisperFlow? I didn't, but I do now. So now if you go here and you sign up for WhisperFlow, I'm going to get a little bit of commission for referring you over. And then here's a link to today's poll. And let's go look at today's poll and see what the results are. Oh, I took the poll already, so it's not letting me take it again. Oh, there we go. 74% are customers and 26% aren't, and no one's said they're going to join yet. Okay, there you go. So make sure you get that. Bookmark this link, because I'm going to keep adding to it, and that's going to be your guide and your document to continue to get things going, okay? So, any questions before we dive in? Okay, Anna says, can I share that link of freebies? I will do that right now. Thank you for asking. That's a really good idea. Boom. Now what you have to do is it's a read-only link. So you have to maybe if you wanted to copy it and you copy it to your Google Drive or something like that, but it should work for everybody. So there's that link. Thanks for asking. Now I'm going to go back and turn your comment off. Hide current comment. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So I got the poll. Okay. So what I need you guys to understand something. And again, this is for people that are more advanced. You know this already. But what is vibe coding? V-I-B-E, vibe coding. Vibe coding is where AI has a little army, a little programmers. They're going to go out and do stuff for you. And they call it vibe coding. Survey Sampson, and that whole website was vibe coded. The back office, the coding, the polls, the surveys, the AI, the front end website, the back end database, everything was vibe coded. My son Josh, I think, built that in 4 days, vibe coding, which again, in the past would have taken months and months. It really is remarkable what vibe coding is. So vibe coding is a big, giant, expanded word to code out anything on the internet. Now, the same vibe coders can also build websites, and they're really getting good at websites. And take this to the bank. They're only going to get better. They're as bad as they're ever going to be. Everything with AI is as bad as it's ever going to be. It's only going to get better. Are you kidding me? Think about that. Everything we're doing with AI is going to get better. Why? Because AI is into what we call recursive learning, where it's learning on itself. The owner and the CEO of Anthropic came out and said 2 weeks ago, maybe 10 days ago, I'm not sure exactly when, but they said that 80% of Anthropic's code base, which is Claude, which is the one I use every day in my life, Claude, 80% of that code base is being written by itself. Wow. That's just mind-boggling. From a coding perspective, somebody's been invested in a software company, somebody owns a software company, somebody spent millions and millions of dollars coding out for years and years. You can just replace in days. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay. So I want you to understand what vibe coding is. It's a preset set of tools that allow you to code out websites. Okay. So today we are going to dive in and I am going to code out some websites live in front of you for you. Okay. So let me think about what we're going to do here. I got my screen over here. Let me put my notes over here. We're going to go here. So we have a new customer, fairly new. She hasn't set up anything yet, and it's Kelly Bennett. And I'm going to show you Kelly Bennett's site. And Kelly Bennett is amazing, award-winning publicist and PR person who's been working for me and supporting me for years. She's amazing. And here's her current website. And she's written a book and she's got a couple books coming out. And so we're going to go into her account and we're going to vibe code out a website for her. So here is the back office of Launch CRM. And this is a dashboard that eventually we will code out, and we'll get a little KPIs dashboard here with everything from Google Analytics to Facebook reports and stuff like that. But we're going to go over here to AI Studio. So AI Studio is the vibe coder. You can see it's a brand new account. There's nothing in here whatsoever. And I can click on, I want to create a landing page. I want to create a dashboard. I want to create a portfolio. I want to create a blog. There's all kinds of templates already in here, right? So I'm going to do a couple things. We're going to do, I am going to multitask like crazy, okay? Because it takes time for this code to do things. So what I'm going to do is get it going, open another tab, get it going, open another tab, get it going. And I'm going to kind of talk you through this. And I know that some people I might lose you, so you'll be able to maybe come back to the recording. And if I'm losing you, maybe put it in the comment box and let me know, and I'll slow down. Because, to me, I'm just going, right? So here we go. So I'm going to do a couple things. Remember yesterday, let me come back on screen for a second. Yesterday, I talked about prompts. We can go in and we can ask things and create things without a really good prompt. So we're going to test it. And again, I've never done this before. We're testing it. I'm going to go in with a crummy prompt, and then we're going to get a good prompt, and we're going to see the difference between a good prompt and a crummy prompt. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. So, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to copy this URL, and Kelly wasn't expecting this. And I'm going to come back over here to the CRM, and all I'm going to do is going to say, please review this website and give me a complete site makeover that looks more modern and has a cinematic feel that would really speak to Hollywood, or not Hollywood. It would speak to media and people that want to get media and press. So that's just one sentence. That's not a very good prompt, right? I could put that in and give it that prompt. I can copy that prompt, and I'm going to go ahead and hit go, and it's going to start going. Now, I normally would not do this because it's costing money, tokens, right? But it's not costing, it's free. So let's go. Okay. So now it's starting to do its thinking, and I could go over here to Prompt Cowboy and get a better prompt based on what I said, but I've already done a better prompt and I got it right here. So I want to read to you what I wrote, or a couple prompts. So hopefully you guys can read this text. I tried to make it big enough. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Hold on. I'm going to go up to 18 point. Okay. So I wrote this prompt. You're an expert direct response web designer and a conversion copywriter. Your job is to help me create one clear, detailed prompt that I can paste into an AI website builder, which is AI Studio, to generate a stunning, high-converting sales page for my book. Before you write that prompt, do not interview me with a long list of questions. Instead, ask me to share documents I've already created, my business context document, my product context document, my brand voice, my ideal client profile, the documents we talked about yesterday. Wait for me to provide them. Once I do, read through them carefully and pull out everything you need, my ideal reader, the book's promise and transformation, the offer, the look, the feel, and the tone. After you have reviewed my documents, ask me only for this page specifics they do not already cover, such as the visual assets I have on hand, a book cover, an image, author photo, etc., testimonials. When you have enough, write me one final prompt that I can paste into my AI website builder, make it detailed specific, covering the page sections, the headline, the subheadline, the colors, the fonts, the imagery, etc., and the calls to action. And then the overall design style, so it produces me. So I created this prompt, right? Because I want to get better at prompting. Then I took that prompt and put it into Prompt Cowboy, and it came up with, you're an expert direct response web designer, conversion copywriter, tasked to create one detailed, comprehensive prompt that can be pasted directly into an AI website builder, generate high converting. So it said basically the same thing, almost identically. So it didn't really improve it that much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the prompt that I wrote. I'm not even going to use Prompt Cowboy. And I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go over here to I'm going to go over here to Claude, because I told you I use Claude. Now I've created a project for Kelly, and I've already uploaded her business context document here and her photo here and some other stuff here. So it's already starting to learn. And whenever you use any AI tool, they all have the ability for you to organize things in folders and projects. And that helps them get smarter and do the recursive learning, get better and better and better. So I'm going to pop this in here. And because it already knows the business context document, I'm going to say, use the files you have on hand to create me this prompt for AI Studio that I will then put into Launch CRM to build the site. Okay, so then that's going to go and it's going to start doing its thing. Doing its thing, let's come back over here and see what's going on here. So now it asks me, what's the format? Which layout do I want? Do I want side by side, a header with 3 boxes, right by left? And I think I'm going to choose this, or I could even write my own, but I think I'll choose this one. And there's different things you can go through here. So I'm going to choose that one. I'm going to hit next. This is what's the color palette and color schemes that I want. And then I'm going to write my own. Use the exact color schemes from her existing website, right? And then I'm going to hit next. And it's going, what font do you want? And I'm going to say, use the exact fonts from the existing website. And I'm going to hit review, and then it's giving me what I told it, and I hit submit. Now it's going to go to work, and it's going to start doing its thing, okay? So now let's come back over here. Claude is still writing that. Now, while Claude's writing that, I have another thing that I have. Here's a bonus. You guys ready for a bonus pro tip? This is a bonus pro tip. I mentioned it yesterday. I created an agent. Whenever I come across a YouTube video that talks about some frameworks, like Alex Hormozi is always talking about frameworks, Dean Graziosi, Tony Robbins, Ryan Dice, a whole bunch of digital marketers are always talking about frameworks. And I go, they were basically giving away the gold. I'll take that and go to YouTube. I'll get that transcript. I'll throw it into my AI tool, and I'll say, create a frameworks based on everything he said in this training video that I can then use in the future. So I've done that on a number of things, and I create little tools for me. And again, my whole Claude is designed for marketing. Okay. So now I come in here and I went and I used a tool that I have in Kelly's account already. And I said, create me a direct response framework page. Okay. So here's what it created. It created me the content for the book. Okay. So now I've got all the sale, I got the unique mechanisms, the hidden root cause, the named mechanism, the newsroom method, the bridge solution. And I don't even know if this is part of her book, but it might be if it's not already, or if it's going to be the false beliefs that we have to do, the cognitive bias map. So this is all scientific selling things that we use in direct response copy, right? So I'm going to go ahead and type this. I'm going to copy this in. I'm going to copy this whole. This is all the copy for the long form sales page for the book. Okay. And I'm going to go copy. And then I'm going to go back over here. And this one's still building. Okay. So I'm going to right mouse button up here. And I'm going to hit duplicate this tab. And then I'm going to go back to vibe coding. I'm going to go back here. And so now I'm going to start a whole nother thing at the same exact time. And I'm going to say, build a website for my new book based on all of this sales copy. So that's all I'm putting in there, and I'm pasting the sales copy, and I'm going to hit go. Okay, so now we have this one doing a makeover on her existing website with a really crummy prompt, right? Now another thing I could do this too. Copy, and let me duplicate this again. And check this out. This is a cool little idea. Clone this website exactly. Every pixel, every picture, everything, clone it exactly. Do not change a thing. Okay, so you guys see how I'm using Whisper and I'm putting in the website. And then something I do also is I have this little Chrome extension called Go Full Page, and watch what happens. I click it, and it takes a screenshot. Now that's her screenshot, so there's nothing really there, right? I didn't realize that. So she has just a minimal website with just images here. But if you went to services, right, and see, we're going to make this website look way better, right? We're going to give it a whole different look and feel. And actually, I don't think I will clone this website, but let me show you a different one. So here's a website that we vibe coded out with HTML, Pocket Offer Playbook. And I'll probably talk about this a little bit later, but this entire website could be cloned. So I could just say, and I'm not going to do this in Kelly's account, but I could copy this and say, clone this exact website. And then I can go in and change out and put all my copy and content in there. Or if you want to move your website from wherever it is, you just hit clone your website and it can move it over. And sometimes it does a good job, sometimes it doesn't. So it depends on your website and how it was originally coded out and what's going on there. So again, this one's still building. This one's going to be asking me the color palettes. And I want you to use the color palettes that is discussed in the attached business context document. Now, because AI Studio does not have the context document, I'm going to, it won't allow me to do that here. Okay, we'll just go with, I'll go with the blues. We can always change the color palette. Or I could say, use a color palette that would be targeted for my ideal client profile. And it might know what that means. It might not know what that means. So I'm going to see what it does. And use a font that would appeal to my ideal client profile. And again, vibe coding, and this in particular, is better and better and better. And so it's as bad as it's ever going to be. What is the price of the book? Free plus shipping and handling. I don't know if Kelly wants shipping and handling, but we're going to build a site that is. Okay. So this one's setting up the design and the search engine optimization. It's building the header navigation, and then it's going to keep continuing to build. Okay. Now, while that's doing this, what else do we need? Right? It's building a website that we want to sell a book, or maybe it's building a landing page and there's going to be a lead magnet. What do we want to do? We need to be able to capture that information, name, email, phone number. We need to be able to hook it up to Stripe and charge money. So one of your goals in life is to get everybody off the internet and onto your list. I love the idea of the Pocket Offer Playbook because I teach people how to build a buyer's list. And a buyer's list is way more valuable than a lead list, although lead list is better than nothing. So you have lead magnets and then pocket offers and then your core offer. And everything should lead to your core offer, right? So while this is being built out, why don't we go and use AI to build an email sequence telling people what we're all about? So now I'm going to come in here, go back to screen sharing, and we will duplicate. We will go back here. I'm going to board on that one. We're going to go back here. And now I'm going to go here to automation. And an automation is a workflow where an email can go out every day, right? So I'm going to go to my drive real quick. I just thought of something I want to do. I've never done what I'm getting ready to do. So I have these email vaults. That's not what I wanted. Email templates that I've had because I've been doing email marketing since 1997, actually. There it is, email templates. And in my email templates, I have an indoctrination series, I think. There it is right there. Oops, wrong one. My mouse moved on me. Indoctrination series right here. So I'm gonna copy this indoctrination series. I don't know if this is gonna work. And actually, because this was meant for a whole bunch of, I haven't even read it in so long. Copy. I'm going to go in here. Here's what I would do. I would go to Claude. And then I am going to go to projects. And I'm going to create a new project. I'm going to use this over and over and over again. Email marketing. And I'm going to hit create. And now I'm going to say, please take this indoctrination series that had been used for a past client, take out all the client's names, and I want to build a template that I can feed into AI Studio, Ask AI, other AI tools to help write an AI or an email indoctrination series for my clients when they buy something that I sold them or they got one of my lead magnets. So I type that in there. I'm going to hit paste. And now I'm going to go it's going to build me a template that I can feed in to this. Okay. And we're going to use AI. I'm just going to tell AI, I would like you to build me an indoctrination series, emails, to go out one email every day for 6 days. And I want it to go out every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I want, you're just going to tell it what we want and help me create the subject lines and the headers and put all that stuff in there. And then it should create the whole thing for me, okay? So while that's kind of counting, let's see, it's over here. If this one's building that one for the book, this one's still building the Mako. Oh, there we go. Bennett Unlimited PR is now starting to render itself. Here we go. Here's what it's looking like. Woo, doggy. Okay, so you guys, it's still building. It's not done yet, but it is getting there. And again, this is beta, and it's only getting better. And look at our services, our team, clients. It's going to keep building, and we can keep building on it, building on it, and building on it. Okay. Okay. So here's the book. Okay. So I'm assuming you guys can see this. Okay, right? How to get real media coverage without hiring a publicist, even if no one in your newsroom knows your name. Be media ready. Hands you the newsroom method. The same filter an assignment editor uses to decide who gets covered. Find your story, prove it's newsworthy, and pitch yourself. Read it in a weekend. Yes, I want my copy. And then I spent nearly 20 years And so like right here, see this section right here? I'm going to do in the section underneath the fold where we talk about I spent nearly 20 years, let's add a photo of Kelly, and here's the photo. So I just talked into there what I want, what I want my webmaster to do. I'm going to go to Kelly's folder that I created, and I'm going to upload this photo, and I'm going to hit go. Now it's going to edit this website and put a photo here. And then before you send another email into the void, let's clear the benefits. It took some photos here, and you can swap out every photo. You can change whatever headline you want. You can change anything on this website. But this is what happens when you know what you're doing and you know how to write copy. This is a proven, scientifically designed website for selling her book. Again, maybe we don't like the color schemes or whatever. We can change all of it. And just by talking to it, changing it and updating it and adding photos and fonts and doing all that kind of stuff. But I got to tell you, this is remarkable. And again, see where it says be media ready? With the photo on the right where it says be media ready, please use this book cover instead. Swap that photo out with this photo. And then I'm going to take a copy of a book that she sent me. Wait, where it's in the maybe downloads. What did I do with that book cover? Okay. Which, by the way, here's a book cover. Here's a book cover that Kelly had AI make for her. Okay. Give me a on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think of that book cover? 10 being that's awesome, nail it, good. 1 being start over, 5 or 6 in the middle, I'd make a few changes. But right, be media ready. Get seen, get heard, get recognition you deserve. How to unleash the power of media to launch, grow, and amplify your mission. Insider strategies from a former assignment editor and award-winning journalist. And it's got all this kind of stuff. So I see Thomas says, we got an 8. Sydney says, looks great. I've already recommended some better names. David says 9. Okay, so I ran it through some of my marketing tools, and it told me to change. And I'll upload the one I did, but hold on a sec. Where'd it go? Now, this one's not graphically better, but messaging. #1 bestseller, top right corner, needs to be a badge and a gold badge. Get seen, get heard, get the recognition you deserve. That's the real hook and headline. How to get powerful media coverage without hiring a publicist, right? And then who's it for? Authors, speakers, founders, nonprofits. Good. So anyway, there's a few changes that you can play with it. And I would never launch a book. And I know Sydney's on here. She's helped publish, I don't know, probably maybe 1,000 books. I don't know. That's what she does. We could split test and run ads to this and get real people to vote on what's the best image, right? But see how I talked it in? And I put the photo right on the page, right? And then there's the picture of Kelly right there on the page. Okay, it's starting to look better. We can keep talking this through. Okay, now let's go back over here to Claude. Okay, here's the template. Okay, good deal. So I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to open up in Google Docs. And we got step 1, fill in the variables. Step 4, email 2. Okay, so I'm just going to take this. I'm going to take this and I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to go back over here to, I hope you guys aren't being bored. You guys getting bored? I'm going to go to Kelly and I'm going to say, take this email indoctrination series template and based on everything you know, write emails to fit this template and ask me any questions that are critical, but if they're not critical, write what you can. Okay, so I type that in here. I'm going to hit paste. I'm going to hit go. Now it's going to write these emails. Okay. Kevin's not bored. Eddie's like, looks good, a little busy though. Not bad. Tempting to make the Wi-Fi symbol to be the dot. Tight work overall. Okay, so you guys get what's going on here. So now I got a lot of screens open here. So let me close that one out. Let me close that one out. Let me close that one out. Look at all these email templates I have. The mini class launch, the need help campaign, the newsjacker campaign, sweetening the deal campaign, the takeaway campaign, the upsell campaign, the goodwill campaign, the going gone campaign, the gain logic and fear campaign, the faux pas campaign. Where's my one of my favorite campaigns? I don't see it here. Oh, the Velvet Rope campaign is pretty good, but the Seinfeld series is a good campaign. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. So we don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. What's the price? Okay. We don't need that. I'm going to leave that one open. Okay. Now, another client that I love and who's on here, another friend and a longtime friend of mine. How do I close this? I'm on Eddie's. Is Barry. And Barry has a site for his book that's been vibe coded out. And if I said I like his format and style, I could say, hey, take the format and style of this website and build me a website with all my content with this exact same format and style. So again, you're borrowing something you like from other people to build the website you like. Okay, but this is a pretty nice site that was vibe coded out, and there's probably a couple hours worth of work into the site. Okay. Now Barry has a lot of great content and a lot of great testimonies, and he's worked on and just done amazing things. So he's got a great site that he's getting ready to launch his book. So I wanted to kind of show you. Here's one ready to go, ready for prime time. I think it's going to be launched soon. I'm not sure exactly when, but it's coming up. Okay, so now let's go back here. It's still working on that. Okay. Okay, so now look what it's asking me right here. It's saying connect to CRM. So if you want to connect this to the CRM, why do I want to connect it to the CRM? Why? It's in the CRM. But see this insider news subscriber newsletter? It's going, hey, you want to connect? So the people opt in here, they connect. So all I got to do is hit connect. And now it's going to connect this form to your CRM. So when somebody fills out this form, they automatically go in your CRM. And you can see the Instagram link is hot. The Twitter link is hot. The Facebook link is hot. And we can just go through here and maybe we don't like it. Maybe it's too dark. Maybe it's we don't like these photos. We can swap out different photos. But the idea is now you can start talking to it. And the other thing you can do is you can go visual edits. And you click on this little button down here, visual edits. And now I click on the press you deserve, this little box, and I can edit just this box. I click on this image, I can edit just that image. I click on this image, and I click on just this image, right? So now you can visually edit every element on the entire page. Okay? Now, I want to go show you something else. Can you build me some type of website calculator on the value of PR and media as compared to what it would cost to advertise? I know there's all these stats out there that show, hey, that guy got $1 million worth of media. How does that come? And I want to get a calculator for my website. I really don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try to vibe code out an online okay. I laugh because that's not a very good prompt that I just gave it, right? And if I want to get a good calculator, I'd give it a better prompt and get it better going. But I'm going to show you something that it did for me. Let me pull up a different page. Hold on. Okay. On our AI workforce, which we're going to be going over day 5, look at this, our ROI calculator. Let's say you are a plumber, an HVAC company, a dentist, a doctor, a chiropractor, a plumber, whatever. I go, how many calls do you get a month? And I talked to one of my kitchen cabinet people. They were getting 300 and some calls a month. Okay. Half of those calls went unanswered. 56% went unanswered. So that's 150 calls divided by 4 weeks. That's, let's just say that's 30 calls a week, right? So 30, yeah, let's say 35 calls. So I put in 35 calls, missed calls per week. And then for him, his average sale is more like 50,000. Okay. But his close rate is really closer down here to like 2%. So see how this built this calculator where, hey, I'm missing 35 calls a week. My average sale is 50,000. I only closed 2%, but I'm losing 35,000 a week. That's 151,000 a month. That's $1.8 million a year because I'm missing 150 calls a month. Now, how do I know that? I got a report from the system they use that they answer their phone on. I took their data from their phone system and I got the data and I say in here, and now they're paying me a lot of money to install what they need to have installed so they don't miss those calls anymore. Okay. So that's the kind of stuff that if your website, if it's relevant for your website, it'll build you a calculator. Okay. So now this is all hooked up. And we will continue to work on this for Kelly. We're coming up on 45 minutes, so I'm going to open up for Q&A in a few minutes, and we'll get the final book. We'll play with this stuff. We'll get it all going on. We'll get a logo put up here. And again, going back to, like I kind of liked there was this one. Where'd it go? AI Studio. See, I come back to AI Studio, and now the websites that we've been building are here. I like that logo right there. I just think that looks great. I don't know if that's her logo or not. Let's go look at it real quick. Oh yeah, that is her logo. I love that logo. But see how here it's kind of hidden and kind of, it's not as quite as prominent. I kind of like how it's prominent there. So what I can do is I can go copy image address, and I'm going to put that image address over here. Right? And then I'm going to tell it, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to say, make the top nav bar be the dark color blue, and then add this logo on the top left and replace it with what you have. Because the logo I got is going to only show up on dark. And I just put that in there. I'm going to make this top part dark, and it's going to add that logo. Okay, so now my emails are written. So welcome and bond. Goal, to deliver the guide, say who Kelly is, and in one breath set expectations and invite a reply. Hey, first name, your guide is right here, lead magnet link. I'm Kelly Bennett, and I'm genuinely glad you're here. For almost 20 years, I've worked in and around newsrooms as a reporter and anchor and eventually a senior assignment editor who decided which stories got covered and which ones got passed over. Then in 2009, I started my own PR agency. So again, I can't tell you how important it is that you as an entrepreneur, small business owner, you create an indoctrination series. Tell them the story. And they got to get these emails day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. That's when they're most hot. That's when they're most, you have their attention. And then that's when they start reading more about you. And if they really resonate with you and they like who you are and what you're all about, you get a client for life. Okay. So I haven't looked at comments in a while. My God, welcome to the 2005 media measurement. Not sure what that means, but it's funny. How are you able to publish the website from the CRM? Okay, that's a good question, Kevin. Okay, so Kevin's asking how do we publish? Okay, so let me get these emails going first. So now what I'm going to do down here is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to click the little Google Drive. I've taught my AI to create Google Drives for me because I can copy and paste from Google Drive. So now I got the Google Drive. So now I'm just going to come down here and I'm going to copy all these emails. There's 12 emails here, 13 emails, 14 emails, 18 emails. Now we might not use these. I would normally go look at them, of course, right? But now I'm going to come back over here to we're going to go to, oh, look, I built my calculator, the PR and media value calculator, coverage details, audience reach. We reached 1 million people. Estimated CPM was $50. Our PR credibility multiplier times 2.5. Our PR value was this. So let's say she gets a million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? She could put this on her website, and maybe when she's talking to people after the fact, use this as a tool to keep them as a customer and get more customers. Anyway, but I just want to show you how it's not just websites. It codes things. It's a vibe coder. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the automations. And please create me an automation where the trigger is somebody opted in for my lead magnet, and they're going to get this series of indoctrination emails that I've written in what I'm getting ready to paste. And again, I'm just going to paste that and hit go. Enable autosave now. Yep, we want autosave. So now it's going to start to create a automation and create an email that's going to go out every single day with all of those 12 emails. I had to go down here at the bottom. It's asked me a question. 1 email every day. 1 email every day. For the main offer, the sequence promotes the back half, which best describes your intended core offer. Speaking program, done for you PR services. So now it had to ask me some questions to get cleared up on what's going on. Now it's going to go to town and it's going to build out the automation. Okay, so we built, okay, now look what it did. Made the top bold and dark, put her logo up here, got the headline, the book cover, got her photo right underneath the fold. Now what I would probably do right here is I would put testimonies right here. Like I want some testimonies that has seen on, you know, ABC News, Fox News, CNN, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Because what I like to do is I like to have the headline talking to the promise and the end result, but then I want to show some testimonies, right? Anyway, we could tune this site up, and literally, if I was sitting with Kelly online and we were talking about, or she's just talking back and forth with it, she plays with it for an hour, 2 hours, she's good, she's golden. Now, going back to Kevin's question, how do we publish? See in the top right here, it says publish. You click publish. And then I hit publish. And now it's going to ask me, hey, wait, what do we want to do for search engine optimization? My title, my description, and of course we would want to edit that. And then what's going to be the picture that goes with you shared on social media? I'm going to leave that as, we can always change it, and I'm going to hit publish. Once I publish it, now I can view it on this web page, right? So I can view it, I can click that, and I can go over here and I can view the page right here. So you're seeing the page live, but no one wants to give out a domain, bmediaready.vibepreview.com. You don't ever want to do that, right? But it is live. You send this to your client, you get it approved. If you want to make money selling websites, this is the golden goose, right? Because you can build websites in hours and charge money to build websites. It's amazing. Okay, so now we're going to come back over here. We're going to get rid of that one. We're going to get rid of that one. We're going to get rid of that one. Where did my tab go? Right here. Nope, right here. Okay, so now I want to add a custom domain. See, it says add a custom domain right here. So let's say she bought the domain Be Media Ready for her book, which, by the way, Kelly, if you're listening and you don't have the domain and you can go buy it, go buy it. And you can actually buy the domain from right in your CRM, and that makes it really easy to set things up. But bereadymedia.com, right? You put that in here, and then I can't do this now. But when you hit, forgot the word media. Be media ready. I mixed it up. See, I'm dyslexic. And I just hit continue, and then it's gonna, if you're with GoDaddy, it'll connect with GoDaddy and configure everything. If you're not with GoDaddy, it's gonna give you some records to add, a CNAME and some records to point the domain here, and boom, within minutes, your whole site's live on your own domain. So it's really, really that simple, okay? So it does handle all the SEO as well. And we have an amazing tool that I am going to be showing off on next Wednesday, I think, of reputation management and SEO. We have an amazing SEO tool for really getting stuff and doing stuff like that. Yeah. Thomas and everyone's like, yeah, we're all dyslexic. Okay. Kim says, oh, I missed something before Kim, maybe. Okay, I'm going back to the questions. My GoDaddy site is expensive. I have to figure this out. In our platform, we're $15 a year for the domain. You can buy them in there and you can transfer them over. And Sydney's like, that's really cool. Kim, you can insert your website URL to this great software. It can clone your site. I did that last month for my golf website. It saved me $30 per month per website. My son, he had 25 websites that he had built in WordPress, and he was paying WordPress hosting, and he just cloned them all in his CRM, cloned them all, tied them all in, and boom, he was set. Yep. With Cloudflare is just a cache provider and a DNS manager, so it works with Cloudflare. It works with anything. It works with just about anything. So let's come back to our email. Let's see. I'm looking to see if it built out the automation flow. It did not. Okay, I want to do one more thing that I want to show you guys. For some reason, I think I gave the workflow too much money, too much information. So I'm going to tell it to do this. Build me a workflow for people who buy my book, Be Media Ready. The trigger will be they bought the product, which I haven't created yet. And then 2, they're going to get a confirmation email and thanking them for what's going on, along with an email every day for 7 days. And I want the email to go out at 6 a.m. every day. So that's a little bit simpler thing that I'm going to create, and we're going to hit go to work. And I want to show you something else. So that's the vibe coder. Now for me, I actually like to go to sites and I go to funnels, and I want to build out funnels because I can do split testing. You really can't do split testing with the vibe coder yet. There, I did it again. Be Ready Media. Be Media Ready. Book offer. So I'm going to create a funnel this time. Okay. Now I can generate one with AI, which let's just do that because that's what this is about. So I'm going to copy that name. Copy. I'm going to build one with AI. Now it's going to take me into the funnel builder, which is more of your traditional drag and drop funnel builder. And the name of the page is we're going to go to build, and I'm going to tell it we're going to build a book offer. Okay. And I'm going to say use this direct sales copy. And I'm going to go back to that direct sales copy I used over here. And did I open it up? I open it up. I want to, it's better to copy and paste for me. My computer, I have a hard time copy and pasting. So I'm going to go back to the funnel builder. And okay, so now you can see it's building the workflow. We'll come back to that once we get this one going. And boom. Let's see what that does. I have ways of doing things, and I have people on my team that do this. I don't normally do this all the time. So what exactly would you like me to create with the Be Media Ready sales copy? A high converting long form sales page. Correct. But this time it's going to be in a funnel, and there's an AI builder in the funnel. Then I can build a thank you page. I can build an upsell page. I can build a pocket offer upsell, a second pocket offer upsell. I can do split testing, and I can track and do everything. So on the left, there's an assist button, which again, let me, while that's doing that, I'm going to duplicate, and then I'm going to go back one step. Or no, I got to go. If that worked. I'm going to go back, and then I'm going to go on the funnel. I'm going to hit, I'm going to go back, and I'm going to hit start a new funnel, and I'm going to do with AI, and I'm going to go in and delete this, Kelly, if you're still watching, because I'm just demoing. But you come in here, here's another little cool thing. So let's watch this. So now we're going to name the book Be Media Ready Book Offer. Okay. What's the business niche? Coaching and consulting, home services, marketing agency. We're probably going after coaching and consulting, let's say. Our goal is to sell products or services. Yep, sell products or services. And we're going to sell it to, we'll say, coaches, speakers, and authors. Okay. And what are we offering? We're offering a book. We're offering a book. So this one, we're not giving it any copy. We're not giving anything. You can see it's writing a prompt over here. Create a landing page for Be Media Ready Book Offer in the coaching and consulting niche. The goal is to sell products, and it's writing this. It's writing it right over here. So I hit generate, and now it's going to go create its own little page, right? And again, I normally would not do this because this costs money. This is token usage, but it's free. Go get your free trial. All you customers, go start creating pages and playing and testing and using it, and then deleting them get when you get done. Okay. So now let's come back over here. Okay, we got that one. I'm going to close this one out. We've seen that one. We got berries. We'll close out berries. Stop being the invisible expert. So now here's what this one created. Why less qualified competitors get the spotlight? So it created a whole different look and feel, different AI, different thing, same prompt, same stuff, but a whole different look and feel. And again, this one you can publish it up here, same way, and you can select the domain. We hook up the domains, and we got that going. And again, you can edit everything block by block. You can go over here. You can hit this. You can add columns. You can add headlines. You can add widgets. You can add order forms. This is more of your traditional builder. And I don't like this anywhere near like I like the other one. So, but we do have options. So I'll save it. And I'll come back over here. And let's see if this one's still going. Okay, now here's the automation it created. So order submitted. So basically when somebody bought the book, they're going to go into this automation. And the first thing that they're going to get is they're going to get an email. Thank you for their purchase. Thank you for your purchase. Look at it, wrote it, everything. Thank you for your purchase. We truly appreciate your support. And we're excited for you to dive into the content. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out, right? So it wrote email number 1. Then it said, wait until the next day at 6 a.m. That's all coded out and programmed in here. And then it sends out day 1 email. Day 1 email. Thank you for purchasing our book. We're excited to have you on our journey. Can't wait for you to dive into the content. Over the next several days, we'll be sending you helpful tips, insights, additional resources to enhance your reading experience. And that's pretty good. I'm going to change it with my indoctrination series, but it write the email for us, right? Then wait 24 hours. Send this one out, right? And then you're going, okay, so AI just wrote and created this whole automation series for me. Now, then I'm going to come here and go, you know what? I forgot to tell it that I want an SMS going out. So I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to type up here SMS. Oops. SMS. And if I've got my phone number stuff hooked up, I could write an SMS. I can say contact, first name, Thank you for investing in my book, Be Media Ready. New paragraph. Here's an unadvertised bonus I want you to get. Click here for your free gift. So with SMS, I keep it short, sweet, to the point, and then I put a link for your gift. I hit save action, and then once I publish this up on the top right, it's published. Now they're going to get an email, and then they're going to get the SMS, right? So this is how we leverage the context document, the ICP, everything you've been creating to create websites with Launch CRM. So I'll open it up for questions and then we'll wrap it up. We're an hour and 5 minutes in, which is perfect. So if you got any questions, let me know. So Anna says, how do I get in? I'm not sure what you mean. How do you get in what? You mean to Launch CRM? Go to launchcrm.us and create your account. Or if you have an account, the login is at crm.launchcart.com. All right, let's see. Can Vibe Code modify functional Launchcart sites? I've got a site I like to modify for the layout. No, Keith, it can't. And I don't know if you saw the email, but we are sunsetting Launchcart the end of August, and we're doing a webinar on Thursday night to talk about that. But we're migrating everybody into Launch CRM. There's just no way for me to keep up 2 code bases, and I use Go High Level. Go High Level's got $50 million a month in gross revenues, and they're crushing it. And so this is awesome. Okay, so thank you for that, Thad. I need you guys. If I need reviews, please, please, please go to this site. Is there anyone here willing to give me a video review? If you can give me a video review, take you just a second on your phone, go to that link and give me a video review saying, hey, I was on the Launch Commerce or Launch CRM, however you want to say it's training, and they did a great job. Or you can go to the Google and give us a Google review, or do both. This is really what's going to help us grow and get things going and get more stuff. And so I really need more video reviews, and I need more reviews. So if you can, please go and give us a review. And okay, now tomorrow we're back on at 11 a.m. And tomorrow, let me see what's on the schedule for tomorrow, 11 a.m. Okay, tomorrow. So remember what we talked about? We said that we have to be more attractive. How do I get rid of this? It's kind of, oh, there it is. Hype. Okay, we have to be more attractive. We have to be more visible, and then we have to be easy to do business with. So in the last couple of days, I gave you the tools that you need to leverage your business context document. So you're giving good information to AI, and you're going to get good information back. Okay, and I gave you some tips and some goals and stuff, and then we got some freebies going on. So now today was all about being more attractive. Give your websites an upgrade. Go talk to this AI for an hour until you get what you want, and then find other websites you like and say, I want it to look like this. You don't have to be really, I'm not a creative person in my head when it comes to stuff. I have to say, I want it to look like this website, or I want this framework. So now you're more attractive. And then tomorrow we're going to talk about being more visible, where we're going to talk about how we can leverage and automate social media post automation. And then we're going to talk about how we have ads and how Launch Ads can basically, AI can run your ads for you and get you more visible and drive traffic to your website. That's day 3. Then as we roll into next week, on Tuesday of next week, we're going to go into how we can go speed to lead, easy to do business with. We're going to have the AI phone receptionist answer the phone. We're going to have the conversational AI get into the chats. We're going to run ads to conversational AI. We're going to be easy to do business with. That's day 4 next week. And then day 5 is we're going to talk about more follow-up systems and automations and do some Q&A. And I'm kind of still working on day 5 actually. And then day 6 is just purely Q&A. Okay, last call for questions. I'll do the video review on Thursday. I need to shower and shave. You don't want me doing a review looking like a street guy. Well, maybe I want one of a street guy and one of you all clean shaven. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow is 11 p.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And of course, these links, I thought that the one link was going to be the same link each day. I got to create a new link each day. So each link is a new day. But the good news is each one of those links also leads to the replay after we shut it off. And then the next thing is it is on YouTube. And I know there's some of you guys that are watching this and you're going, love it, Greg, got it, don't want to do it. How much is it going to cost you to do it? If you're interested in us doing it for you, we do have team members that we're doing done for you services, whether it's installing the AI phone receptionist, helping you with your automations, whatever that might be, because you understand speed is money and you don't necessarily want to learn all this stuff. Let us know. Email support@launchcart.com, DM us, whatever you got to do. Call the phone number 760-253-1477 and have a conversation with Rocket. Get on our calendar and we'll do what we can to help you. Boom, speed to lead. It's all about speed to lead. You got to do it. And we're doing the same thing. I'm setting it all up for myself. I've never needed this, never had to need it, but now I need it. I want it. So I'm setting it myself. So with that being said, can you save a website or landing page you have created in case it gets wiped out? What you could do is you publish it, go to that website that it's published, right mouse button on it, view HTML source code, copy that source code and save that file on your computer. That's one way to do it, Eddie. Okie dokie. All right. As always, I appreciate you. I can't tell you how much I value you guys give me your time. I hope you found it valuable. On a scale of 1 to 10, give me a rating. 10, you loved it. 1, I should have stayed home and went to the swim pool. Give me a rating for today, and then take that rating and then go give me a review. But let me get some feedback. What did you guys think of today's? I'm doing this for the first time, so I just want to get your guys' feedback. Okay, I see some 10s coming in. Kevin 10, Kevin Little 10. Oh, Kevin, Kim, thank you 10. Oh, I got the 10s. Okay, I love it. I appreciate that because I sometimes I don't, is this going to be over their head, or is this too baby beginner? Is this too advanced? I don't know. I just want you guys to learn and want you guys to do it. So an amazing 9. All right, Keith, I love it. Hey, Keith, I'm going to Freedom Fest I missed last year, but I'm going to Freedom Fest, and Thad's on here. I'm going to Freedom Fest, Thad. Got a booth over there. So, okay, do what I do. Wake up every day with an attitude of gratitude. Tell somebody you love them, and you'll have a better day. Signing off, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow morning.